Okay, here we are again. It's lovely to see you again. It's a follow-up conversation on our previous one. We're still navigating our pathway through creating the narrative eventually for a book that will be written on your life and your experiences, right? And so my sense is that last time, one of the notes, the key notes that we left with to follow up on was the whole issue of wedlock, out of wedlock, and what follows after that, from both from society, but also from an inner self-judgment perspective. So is that a good place to pick up?
It is a good place to pick up, because what we really want to deal with today is judgment. Why is illegitimacy an issue? Shouldn't we celebrate the life that has come and that God has allowed to be created? And then, what are the wise choices that come along with an illegitimate child? And what are his or her possibilities in society? Because in all scriptures, we should all have an equal opportunity. So why does the illegitimate child not have the same opportunity as a child born in a married situation? And we come across this, I'm using my life as an example. But in the series that we have actually done together, the Another Self, this whole issue of the illegitimate child is actually coming up. And the energies that are then between a mother and a father that never actually have a child. And then there is the living child. And yet there is so much thought and so much energy on the child that is illegitimate, that in that story was aborted, and yet it had a lot of focus. So this is a very, very tender subject. And
yes.
Bjorn, it's been a tender subject because we had to reschedule this a few times. And even this morning, going in, we had struggles coming in. So
yeah,
it is an awareness that people do not want to talk about. It is something that people would rather negate. But when I do family constellations, and I had a client with my last constellation, and there was a lot of strife between the siblings. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps as I'm speaking. We had to bring in the children that were either stillborn or we didn't put what happened, but they did not come into fruition of this life. And how that really has an effect in the whole structure of the siblings. And so I think, yes, it's a tender subject. I feel comfortable talking about it in my personal story because I am at peace, and I have made peace with my siblings as well as my father. So I want to put that out there. So
right.
Thank you for taking on this very difficult subject to speak about today.